4 straight losses to start the 2021 season brings us back to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are looking to get themselves in the win column with the Lady Waves of Meade County standing in their way. For Meade, they lose their best player in program history but return a core that scored at a high level. For the Lady Cougs, it's keep calm and carry on to avoid a historic stretch. And a good evening and welcome to the Cougar Den. As Sam Gormley with you tonight, and welcome into the Locker Room Show here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Grayson County enters the game here tonight with a record of 0-4. They need a win in the worst kind of way. Standing in their way is Meade County. They didn't play last week, so this is only the second game of their season. They lost a tough one to Apollo that they blew a big lead late. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, we will introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Ted Hill, give you the starting lineups. That comes up and more here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
That's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig. The free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on Meade County. Lady Waves enter this game with a record of 0-1. They're coached by Dina Hackert. She's in her 5th season, 68-50 overall. Her assistants are Leah King and Michelle Miller. Last season, they finished with a 20-12 record, losing to the eventual regional champions Owensboro Catholic 49-36. They lose their leading scorer from last season, Kendall Wingler. She averaged just shy of 31 points a game and 6.5 rebounds. In fact, Wingler, she was named the Ohio Valley Conference's Freshman of the Week earlier this week for the previous week, where she averaged 16.5 points per game and 6.5 rebounds, also averaging a steal and a half. I said a lot to people, not necessarily on the air, but to people in the back channels and so on, that if I would have had a vote for Miss Basketball, it would have been hard for me not to have voted for her. Kendall Wingler, though, they lose her, but they still return a stud lineup. Jenna Gallimore, she's committed to play at West Florida next season. She averaged 12.5 last season. Peyton Bradley, the 8th grader, she had 16 points out last time. And Dee Griffin, the post player down low, a talented player that Grayson County is going to have their hands full with tonight. We'll introduce the Lady Cougars after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. Lady Cougars enter with a record of 0-4. They've lost 4 in a row to start the year. 2 home losses to Cal and Edmonson County and a road loss to Breckenridge County and Owensboro. Lady Cougars, they're just not there yet. You can tell they've got a lot of youth. They lost a lot from last season. 58.1% of their scoring from last season is gone. But they do return Rachel Snyder. She's having a good season. She's averaging 12 points a game, 10.2 rebounds. Before the season, she told us that her goal was to average a double-double. She's doing that so far. If Grayson County wants to turn this season around, they're going to have to rely on her. Other than that, you've got a lot of players that are playing. You're going to hear Coach Hill talk in his pregame conversation that he's playing 15 players. He's letting everyone get experience throughout this game. Some other players you're going to need to know tonight as Arissa Riggs, Reagan Cave, Briley Renfro, Annie Kuiper. She was injured last week against Edmonson County, and she is questionable to play tonight. As I'm scanning right now to see if she's out there, and she is out there warming up right now, so that is a great sign. She's questionable to play tonight. Coach Hill wasn't sure whether he'd get her in or not. Speaking of Coach Hill, we'll talk to him next right here on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Ted Hill. And Coach, we haven't seen you now for 2 games, a loss against Breck and a loss against Owensboro. What have you learned about your team?
I learned a lot. We, of course, struggled both games. Breck's really good, like we knew, and Owensboro's much improved. One of the more improved teams in the region, and we go over there, get down 9-0, and try to crawl our way back into it, and just never did really happen until about midway through the third quarter. We started showing some fight and really played hard during the fourth quarter, so I was proud of that effort. So we've got obviously cut down on turnovers.
It's no secret that this has not been the start to the year that you're wanting at 0-4. Now, when you combine that with everything else that's going on, I mean, obviously we don't need to talk about all the things that are going on off the court. How do you keep your team's head up during a rough start?
Well, we've tried a little bit of everything. You know, we've went the hardcore method. We've went to the positive method. We've tried a little bit of everything. You know, until they find it in their heart to come out and compete for 32 minutes during a game, then it's going to be a struggle. And really, 2.5 games without Annie, it really hurt us and set us back. And hopefully she'll be released either tonight or by Monday.
You mentioned Annie, and we showed really in the second half of that Edmonson County game, and I'm sure it showed over the past 2 days, what she does for you defensively. How do you combat that when you don't have her out there?
Yeah, her quickness and toughness defensively, she's probably our best defensive player. And on top of that, she's our point guard and our best ball handler, and she can distribute where the ball needs to go at the right time and to the right person, and just a really heady player, and we really miss her. And I've been playing a lot of kids. I've been playing all 15 every game, and trying to get some experience and build some depth, and try to go from there. You know, and I told our kids, you know, we get down 20 early or 30. You know, I'm going to start trying to find. I got to get some kids some experience, and it's not necessarily the way I want to do it, but that's just the way it is.
For Meade County, you look at last year's team, the biggest difference between last year and this year is Kendall Wingler. She averaged almost 50% of their points from a year ago. Is it hard to game plan for a team when they lose a player like that? When you're looking at game planning for this year's team?
Yeah, and I watched the film with them, Meade and
Apollo,
and they had a 14, 16-point lead, and I only scored 4 points the last 12 minutes of the game. Didn't score in the fourth quarter, which is amazing because they're really good offensively. And had two really good players in Bradley and Gallimore. The two guards are really good. Their post players back, and they have a lot of experience. And even though they're young, you know, those kids started last year, and so they'll be hard to contain. We know they play hard. Watching the JV game, that's what they're going to do. They're going to run and jump and press and want to play fast. And I did look at the stats on Wingler, and the most minutes played at Eastern this year, second leading scorer.
She was just the Ohio Valley Freshman of the Week.
Yeah, really good player, and it hurts to lose someone like that, you know, and about like us losing Kenzie.
You mentioned that fourth quarter against Apollo. Did you see some things on film that you think you can exploit tonight and give you all an advantage in some instances?
Yeah, a little bit. They wore down there, and Apollo took advantage. They missed some easy layups. They missed some free throws. They just kind of choked it off, you know, and Apollo kept on fighting and knocked down a couple of threes, got back in it, and that's just the way it ended. Apollo shot 26 free throws, and they shot 5 for the game, you know, so things like that add up. I'm sure they had some good heart-to-heart meetings since then to finish and all that.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. The anxiety can be overwhelming. If you're feeling extra worried, you're not alone. You can still contact a mental health professional. They're ready to help you get through this. And remember, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Now the starting lineups here for both teams. First for Meade County, guard junior Aubrey Hardesty, sophomore point guard Maddie Clanton, 8th grader guard Peyton Bradley, senior center D. Griffin, and senior guard Jenna Gallimore. Once more, that's Gallimore, Griffin, Bradley, Clanton, and Hardesty. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars. Guard sophomore number 5 Arissa Riggs. You'll have senior forward number 15 Rachel Snyder. Senior forward number 21 Brianna Dennis. Getting her first career start tonight is sophomore guard Briley Renfro. And then junior forward Reagan Cave. Again, once more for the Lady Cougars, Cave, Renfro, Dennis, Snyder, and Riggs. The play-by-play of tonight's game is next. This has been the Locker Room Show on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. The anxiety can be overwhelming. If you're feeling extra worried, you're not alone. You can still contact a mental health professional. They're ready to help you get through this. And remember, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's time for basketball here in Litchfield. Grayson County and Meade County are minutes away from going out. We'll give you the starting lineups one more time after another quick break right here on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Your starting lineups one more time for tonight's game for Meade County: Aubrey Hardesty, Maddie Clanton, Peyton Bradley, Dee Griffin, and Jenna Gallimore. For Grayson County, it's Arissa Riggs, Rachel Snyder, Brianna Dennis, Briley Renfro, and Reagan Cave. Officials for tonight's game: Kevin Morris, Bob Crawford, and Michael Edwards. Meade County has won the coin toss. They will start with the ball, as they will move from left to right on your radio dial, wearing their road green jerseys with a white stripe up the side. Lady Cougars in their home whites with orange numerals and the orange checkerboard up the side, and we are underway. Left wing as the ball is taken by Clanton. Outside shot straight away is no good by Meade County, and the rebound is taken by Brianna Dennis for the Lady Cougars. Outlet pass up to Renfro. Renfro will break the timeline and has it knocked out of bounds by Clanton. Lady Cougars working from right to left, 20 seconds into tonight's game. Again, the starting lineup, a little different look for the Lady Cougars. Riggs, Renfro, Cave, Snyder, and Dennis. As Riggs will start off here with the ball in between the circles. Man-to-man defense for the Lady Waves. Left wing, Renfro. She'll get a screen from Snyder. Gives it back to Snyder down the right side, and she loses it and is bumped and fouled by Griffin on the drive. For Griffin, that'll be her first and the team's first. That's a big foul to get, as Dee Griffin last season, 7 points and 6.2 rebounds against the Lady Cougars. She had 16 and 7 in the game. As a substitution comes in, Griffin will immediately take a seat. Checking in will be Emily Myers, the senior for Meade County. Riggs has the ball on the right wing, out front to Snyder. Snyder drives down that left side, spin move in the lane. The shot is up off the right side, gets the bank to fall. Lady Cougars have the lead here at 2-0. Straight away with the ball, it is Bradley, the 8th grader, who's pretty much picking up where Kendall Wingler left off last season. Over to the right wing, thinking about the three is Hardesty, and she'll give it back outside now to the guard, Clanton. Swings a pass over to Bradley, now over to the far side. She has it out front, driving down that right side, spin move in the lane, getting away with a bit of a walk and giving it off to Myers at the free throw line. Meade County likes to shoot the three. They do that a lot here. Pass down on the back cut. Shot is no good off the left side by Myers. She gets the rebound back. Three-pointer left wing, no good. Rebound bouncing around, and finally to Snyder. That comes down with it for the Lady Cougars. She's averaging 10.5 rebounds on the season. She has about 30 more than the next highest on the Lady Cougars. Passes down to the left block to Dennis, who gives it back to Snyder down the left lane. The shot is up, no good. She gets the rebound back up the left side. The basket is good. Rachel Snyder's got 4 points, and the Lady Cougars lead this one 4-0. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Clanton for Meade County with the ball in between the circles. Man-to-man defense for the Lady Cougars to start off with here in this game. They need better. Actually, it's a zone now. They switch mid-possession, and Clanton has it at the free throw line. Drives down, jump pass out to the far side to Gallimore. Gallimore, the senior, she takes a deep three from the left wing. It's no good. Long rebound chased down in the corner by Hardesty. She does a jump pass off to Bradley. Bradley down to the left block and to the left wing. Gallimore drives down up the left side. The basket's good. Jenna Gallimore, she's committed to play basketball at West Florida. She had 7 points and 12 rebounds in the loss to Apollo. Right block, Dennis passes out to the far side to Snyder. She has all 4 of Grayson County's points. In between the circles to Renfro, off to the left wing to Riggs. Riggs setting up the offense for the Lady Cougars. Cave sets a screen over to the right wing to Snyder. Snyder picked up and guarded by Hardesty. Out front to Renfro. Meade gets a hand in on it. Renfro gains it back, and steps are called at the free throw line by the sophomore Briley Renfro. Renfro is the younger sister of Kenzie Renfro, who was the leading scorer on the Lady Cougars last season. She averaged 21.3 points a game and 6.2 rebounds. In fact, she had her first career varsity points against Meade County in the loss in Brandenburg last season. Gallimore is double-teamed on the right block, passes out to Hardesty down here to the near side. Hardesty drives down the baseline and is fouled by Rachel Snyder. As Snyder reached out with a hand. Easy call by the official. It's her first and the team's first. Lady Cougars up 4-2, 5:09 to play in the first quarter. Right side Hardesty, out front now to Bradley. Bradley back to Hardesty. Right wing three is up, and it is good. Aubrey Hardesty knocks down the open three. She only made 7 last season. In fact, she doesn't take a lot of threes. Only 10% of her made shots last season were from beyond the arc. She averaged 5.4 points a game last season. Riggs breaks the timeline, immediately picked up by Meade County over to the far side. Riggs Meade coming out with a little bit more pressure now as they have the lead now at 5-4. Right block Dennis. She spins around, gets around her defender, and falls down, and a foul is going to be whistled on the floor. Called on Emily Myers. That'll be her first and the team's second. Lady Cougars will pass this one in from underneath of their basket. Some substitutions coming in. Annie Kuiper will check into the game for the Lady Cougars. That is an excellent sign for Grayson County, as they weren't sure whether she would be playing much at all after she had a scary injury Friday night against Edmonson County. She has it over on the far side. Right wing three by Riggs is good off the right side. Kuiper with the assist right out of the timeout, and the Lady Cougars have the lead back at 7-5 with 4:25 to play in the first quarter. As it's taken here straight away by Bradley, the 8th grader. Passes off here into the near corner to Hardesty. Hardesty quickly double-teamed on the zone defense for Grayson County. 3 right side by Myers is no good. Dennis with a nice rebound, and she finds Snyder to give the ball right back off with. Brianna Dennis giving some nice minutes for the Lady Cougars. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. They have the 7-5 lead. Kuiper with the ball in between the circles. Gets a screen from Riggs. Has it over on that right wing. Man-to-man defense still out by Meade County. Kuiper gets a screen from Dennis. Tries to get it back to her. Doesn't. Cross-court pass down to the right block to Snyder. Goes up with a shot. The basket's good. And she'll go to the free throw line. Rachel Snyder's got 6 points. She's fouled by Hardesty. It's her first and the team's third. And immediately, Dina Hackert going to go to the bench and send in multiple subs. Dee Griffin back into the game. Annabelle Babb checks in. Another sub checked in as well. It is Molly Abersold. So Rachel Snyder will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the N1 this season. Rachel improving on her free throw percentage, 76.5%. And she misses that one off the front of the iron. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Meade County. As that went off the hands of Dee Griffin, who was into the game, it just bounced right off and rolls right out of the out-of-bounds line. So 9-5, Lady Cougars have the lead, and they can add to it here with 3:50 to play in the first quarter. Kuiper passes down to the left block to Snyder, goes up with a shot. It's good. Rachel Snyder. She's got 8 of the Lady Cougars' 11 points. She's coming with a vengeance here early on. Left wing Bradley over to the near side to Abersold. Abersold back out front now to Bradley, the 8th grader, running things here at the point. She had 16 points and 5 rebounds, 4 of 6 from 3 against Apollo, and she misses the 3 there, rebounded by Snyder, who has a hard fall on the play, and I hope she is okay as she was wrapped up and falls hard to the floor. And if there is one person that Grayson County doesn't need to get injured, it is her. And we're going to take a timeout. 11-5 Lady Cougars lead, as this is actually, you know what, we're going to keep it here as Snyder does get up. She's a little slow to get up, but that's a good sign. And Ted Hill's letting the official know that he thought there should have been a foul on that rebound. Good sign to see Rachel get up. She's slow. She's going to walk it off, though. She's got her hands on her head, and she's a gamer. She's going to keep herself in the game here. 11-5 Lady Cougars, 3:26 to play in the first quarter. It will be Meade County ball underneath the basket. Brianna Dennis will check in for Rachel Snyder. So on the floor for the Lady Cougars, you've got Dennis, Robinson, Cave, Kuiper, and Riggs. Might just give Rachel about 2 minutes. She has 8 points. 8 of the 11 for Grayson County. Out front, Bradley, the 8th grader, gets a screen from Griffin, guarded by Riggs over to the right side. 3 deep by Myers is no good off the back of the iron, rebounded by Riggs, and she's quickly double-teamed. She needs to find help, and she throws it off of herself. She tried to throw it off of a Meade County player as the entire Grayson County offense left Arissa Riggs trapped on her own baseline. She had no one to pass it to. 11-5 Grayson on top of Meade. 3:14 to play in the first quarter. Meade passes it in. Kuiper gets her hand on it and takes it away. She was guarding the inbounds man and takes it right away. And the Lady Cougars are pushing. Right wing, catch and shoot 3 by Riggs is an air ball way off to the left, and it's tried to be saved inbounds by Kay, but she couldn't do it. Sub coming in here for Meade County. It'll be Maddie Clanton. She checks back in. And the sub in for Grayson County is Rachel Snyder. Good to see her get right back in the game. She'll come in for Brianna Dennis. 11-5 Grayson County, 3:04 to play here in the first quarter. Up the near side comes Bradley, the 8th grader, drives down that right side, splits defenders, and an easy layup off the right side. The help defense was non-existent, and Peyton Bradley gets about as easy as a transition layup as she's going to have all season. In between the circles, Snyder with the ball. She's quickly double-teamed as the pressure is coming out now for Meade County. Riggs in between the circles, off to the near side. Passes down to Snyder. Snyder down here to the near side. Robinson, 15 feet, left side. Can't get the bounce. Snyder there to put it back up and in. Rachel Snyder, 10 of the Lady Cougars, 13 points, and Grayson County has a 13-7 lead with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Bradley with the ball. Zone defense for the Lady Cougars. Passes down to Griffin, who's double-teamed in the post, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Grayson County. And if it's on Snyder, that is her second. It is on Rachel Snyder. That is her second and the team's second. That's a tough foul, and Ted Hill's going to leave her in the game, though. She's got 10 of the 13, and Cave will take a seat instead. As it's Sydney Perkins who checks in for her. Wide open off the right block on the pass in. The shot is no good by Abersold. Lady Cougars Kuiper gets the rebound. Kuiper breaks the timeline, gets a screen from Robinson. She weaves through. Jump pass over to the far side. Tried to find Perkins, but it's off her hands and out of bounds. 2:07 to play in the first quarter, 13-7. Grayson County leading Meade County. This is WKHG Litchfield K105 and K105 Digital Productions here tonight on Facebook, YouTube, and the K105 Sports Twitter as well. Left wing Hardesty with the ball. She's scanning the defense. Meade County not having a lot of success. The Lady Cougars, this is the best defense I've seen them play. This is now the third game I've seen them so far. Far side, it is Clanton with the ball. Out front to Hardesty, swings it over here to the right side to Babb. Babb guarded by Robinson. Robinson now going to drop off a little bit as the zone defense here for the Lady Cougars. It's a 2-3. Down here to the near side, Hardesty, guarded by Robinson. Passes out to the right side to Bradley. Bradley back and now Hardesty. Hardesty to the free throw line. Stripped away by Perkins. Lady Cougars pushing. It's Perkins down the right side. She goes up with a shot, and she is fouled. How about the pick in the pocket there by Sydney Perkins? And she is fouled from behind on the drive by Hardesty. That'll be her second and the team's fourth. So Perkins will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She is 4 of 6 from that mark so far this season. The shot is up, and you can make that 5 of 7. Briley Renfro will check back into the game for the Lady Cougars. So you've got Robinson, Renfro, Perkins, Kuiper, and Riggs. Free throw is up, and Perkins makes them both. And Grayson County's got the 15-7 lead. 1.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Far side Gallimore, she pushes at the free throw line, passes it out front to Clanton. Clanton guarded by Kuiper, over to the right wing to Babb. Babb scans, and a foul is called underneath of the basket on Perkins. That'll be her first and the team's third here of this second quarter. Grayson County up 15-7, 117 to play here in the first quarter. Underneath Clanton, she scans the defense, passes to the right block to Gallimore, who goes up off the right side. The layup is no good. Robinson with the rebound for the Lady Cougars. She gives it to Perkins, and the guard here will pass off to Riggs. Riggs down here to Kuiper. 3, near side is good. Kuiper knocks down the transition 3, and a timeout is taken on the floor by Meade County. 18-7 Lady Cougs. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent.
18-7, 102 to play here in the first quarter. Meade County taking a timeout. And it's only the 5th game of the season for Grayson County, but out of the, what is that, 6? This is now the 17th quarter that they played. I don't think that there's been a better quarter that they have played. In fact, if I'm thinking back to last season, there aren't many better quarters that I remember them playing all of last season. Down to the left block, wide open. The layup is no good by Meade County as it's a number 25 who's into the game, who I don't have on my roster. And on the rebound is Grayson County gets it, and a foul is called on Bradley for Meade County. So I'm not sure who that was, as that was a 25. She immediately goes and sits back down on the bench. So She's not on my roster as I have 2 players without numbers, Alex Kiefer and Casey Ray, so I'm presuming it's probably one of them. 45 seconds to play. Lady Cougars break the timeline with Riggs. Cross-court pass to Kuiper. Kuiper straight away down here to the near side to Perkins. Perkins off to the left wing to Riggs. Deep 3, right, left side is no good. Rebounded by Myers. 34 seconds and counting to play in the first quarter. Lady Cougs up by 11. Myers straight away gives it off now to Clanton. Clanton guarded by Perkins. Man-to-man defense for Grayson County. And Clanton passes down here to the near side to Bradley, who gives it out to Myers. Straight away 3, wide open, good. Emily Myers knocks down the open 3. Lady Cougars with 10 seconds. They got to get a good shot off here. Left side, it is Riggs. Down to the right block, tries to get it to Robinson. It's knocked out of bounds. No, Robinson saves it in bounds. 3 seconds on the clock, out of bounds, off of Meade County. 1.9 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Grayson County is going to have the ball. They're going to pass in opposite of the benches. It'll be Kuiper to pass in. It's going to have to be pretty much a catch, 1 or 2 dribbles, and a shoot. Kuiper over to Riggs. Riggs has got to shoot it. She throws one up, and it's no good. End of 1. Lady Cougars up 18-10. Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Just about a perfect start to the game for Grayson County. They lead this one 18-10. They won that first quarter. I mean, obviously you could look at the score, but defensively played extremely well. Offensively played extremely well. I mean, Ted Hill has got to be absolutely thrilled with how his team looked in that first quarter. But now the key is that you got 3 more. You got to turn in 3 more of those. You can get a big upset win here tonight against a good Meade County team and pick up your first win of the season. Lady Cougars will start the quarter with the ball again up 18-10. Annie Kuiper is trapped at the half-court line, and she is shoved down by Meade County as they're going to call this one. It might be on Gallimore. If it is, it's only her first. It is on Gallimore. That is her first. Team's 6th for Meade County. Gallimore will take a seat. Checking in for her will be Ebersold. Kuiper has it here in the backcourt. Jump pass over to the far side to Cave. Cave quickly double teams zone defense out of the timeout here for Meade County. And another foul is called from behind as Ebersold and Kuiper went to the pass. Kuiper had position, and she is fouled from behind for Ebersold. That's her first. And the team's 7th, so the Lady Cougars going to shoot the bonus here. For Kuiper, she struggled from the line. Only 2 of 9 from the charity stripe this season. The sophomore dribbles it 3 times, stares down the hoop, and misses it. And the rebound is taken by Meade County. Right side, Clanton with the ball for Meade County. Lady Cougars coming out in a zone defense out of the timeout. Clanton drives in, runs in on Snyder, gets it out to Bradley, who walks with it, and possession will go right back to Grayson County. 18-10, Lady Cougs up, 7:28 to play here in the first quarter. Sam Gormley here with you tonight on a chilly night from the Cougar Den. In fact, I heard that 4-letter word that starts with S and rhymes with no is coming in here, I think, tomorrow evening. So I hope that we do not get any of it. Snyder in the middle to Cave. Cave over to the far side to Perkins. Perkins looked to pass it down to Robinson. She's double teamed off the right side, tries to find help, and she finds Cave straight away to the right side now to Snyder, who has it taken away from behind by Ebersold for the Lady Waves. Lady Waves pushing it is Ebersold. She's weaving through, trying to find help, and finally finds it with her 8th grade counterpart in Peyton Bradley. Bradley off the left side, picks up her dribble out front now to Clanton. Clanton scans, guarded by Kuiper over to the right side. Catch and shoot 3 by Ebersold is way long. Rachel Snyder with a rebound for the Lady Cougars. Off to Cave. Cave gives it right back to Snyder. It smacks off of her shoulder, though, and luckily Kuiper was there to pick it back up. Cave off the right side. Scans the defense, trying to find something to give. She gets a screen from Snyder. Back out front now to Kuiper. Down here to the near side to Robinson. Robinson down to the left block to Snyder, but it's knocked out of bounds by Bradley for the Lady Waves. Jenna Gallimore will check back into the game for Meade County. She is committed to play college basketball at West Florida. She's a Division II school in Pensacola. I'll tell you what, I think I'd maybe spending the night in Pensacola tonight, and spending your college years sounds like a pretty decent place. Kuiper to pass in out of the timeout here. Passes down to the left block to Snyder, who's triple teamed, and Meade County comes down with the ball. Outlet pass off to Clanton. Meade County working. Clanton down the left side, and it is blocked out of bounds by Cave, taken away by Kuiper. Lady Cougars now pushing. Down to the right block, Robinson catches, shoots off the right side, can't get the layup. Snyder there to pick it up. She can't get it, gets the layup back. This time off the left side, the basket's good. Rachel Snyder's up to 12 points, and Grayson County's lead is back to double digits at 20-10. Down the right side, Abersol drives in on Robinson, and Robinson fouls her. For Ella, that'll be her first, and the team's fourth. So to the charity stripe now will be Molly Abersol. Last season, 76.9%, but that was limited free throws. 10 of 13 from the line last season. She had 2 points in the loss to Apollo on Monday evening. The first shot is up and good for Abersol. Meade County is a good free throw shooting team, as they ranked 36th in the state in free throw percentage last season, 14th in field goal percentage, and 5th in three-point percentage. She gets the friendly bounce on that one, and it's 20-12 after the free throw is good by Abersol. Lady Cougars still up by 8. Over to the far side, Kuiper. She's double-teamed and has it ripped away by Abersol. Fight for it on the floor, and Meade County does come down with it. Bradley right up the middle, catches and shoot from 18 feet from straight away, and she's fouled from behind on the shot by Cave, I believe, is who this foul is called on. It is on Reagan. That is her first and the team's fifth. So Bradley will go to the charity stripe now to shoot two. 56.8% from the charity stripe last season. She is a three-point specialist. And the first one is good. She gets the bounce. For Bradley, last season as a seventh grader, 74% of her shots came from beyond the arc. And she misses that second one off the back of the iron. Cave comes down with a rebound for Grayson County. Snyder will break the timeline for the Lady Cougars. Finds Cave on the left wing. Scans the defense, does Reagan. She'll do a handoff, or attempts a handoff pass to Rachel Snyder, but handed it off to no one as it rolls out of bounds. Bad communication for Grayson County. And the Lady Waves are going to get the basketball back here, 20-13 with 5 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the second quarter. Grayson County still hanging on to the lead as Bradley gets around Kuiper, weaving it through. And now will be picked up by Cave. Zone defense for Grayson County as Kuiper will come in. Bradley drives over to that far side. Handoff pass to Clanton. Clanton at the free throw line. Outside, weaving it through now is Abersol, and a double dribble is going to be called. Possession will go right back towards Grayson County. Molly Abersol, the senior guard, drove down the right lane and did double dribble with it right when she got inside the paint. Riggs has it. She's quickly double-teamed on the 2-1-2 zone defense, and a timeout is whistled by Ted Hill on the trap. 20-13, Lady Cougars lead. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Grayson County hangs on to the 20-13 lead here. 5 minutes and 23 seconds to play in the second quarter. As they were up 18-10 at the end of one. Both teams' offenses have kind of sputtered here in this second quarter. Out of the timeout, it's Robinson down to Cave on the left side. She drives down that lane. She's fouled, no whistle. There to pick it up and putting it in off the left side, but the shot is no good by Snyder. She'll go to the free throw line as she was hacked from behind by Dee Griffin. That'll be her second and the team's 8th. So Snyder will go to the line to shoot two. She's got 12 points tonight already. 0 of 1, though, from the free throw line. She'll try to add to that 12-point total and can't. She misses that one off the front of the iron. Lady Cougars do struggle from the free throw line, only 51.8% as a team. Snyder does lead the team, though, entering tonight's game in free throws. Into the game for Meade County, you have Medley. You also have Emily Myers. Briley Renfro will check in for Reagan Cave. So on the floor for the Lady Cougars, Kuiper, Robinson, Snyder, Renfro, and Riggs. Rachel trying to convert on the second half of the and one, and it is no good. She misses them both. Rebounded by Meade County. Here come the Lady Waves, pushing. Jump pass over to Bradley from 18 feet. She'll now drive it in. She'll swing a pass out front now. Floater off the left side is no good. In and out by Meade County. Rebound is ripped down on the floor, and a jump ball is called as that shot was taken by Medley. She misses it, and rebound on the floor is a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Lady Waves. 20-13, Grayson on top of Meade. 5:03 to play here in the second quarter. Paige Medley to pass in from underneath the basket. The freshman appeared in 9 games last season. Off to the right side, Gallimore. She weaves through down the right side and stripped by Kuiper, but they're going to say she was stripped because she fouled her. For Annie, that is her first. And the team's 6th. So to the charity stripe will be Gallimore. She hasn't taken a free throw today, but led the team, returning 77.5%. She misses the first one. Gallimore had 7 points and 12 rebounds in the loss to Apollo. She finished 4th in the region in three-point percentage last season, trailing only her former teammate Kendall Wingler, Josie All from Whitesville Trinity, and Houseland from Muhlenberg County. She gets the friendly bounce on that one. And Meade County's, all of their points have come from the free throw line. And I think all of the ones that they have made have been shooters' rolls. 20-14, Grayson County leading this one. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Kuiper walks in the backcourt. Thought she kept her pivot foot down. Bob Crawford, though, the official disagrees. So Meade County going to get the ball back here, and this is where Ted Hill almost might think about maybe taking a quick timeout again. He just took one earlier, but just kind of, you don't want to revert back to the things you were doing in the first 4 games. Play like you were in the first quarter of this one. Straight away Myers with the ball for for Meade County. Now in between the circles. Clanton over to the right side to Medley. Medley, a kick ball as she tried to pass it back to Myers at the free throw line, but it's kicked by Grayson County. Gallimore will pass this one in. She passes it in front of Amber Hill, who's sitting there on the bench. Sub in. Peyton Bradley in for Meade County, taking a seat will be number 15, Paige Medley. Passes down to the right side to Bradley, who's back into the game. She gives it out front to Myers, who swings it now over to the right wing. Handoff pass. Bradley's got it back. Gets a screen from the free throw line. She scans, tries to find help, and finds it over the far side. Deep three, straight away is good. Knocked down by Jenna Gallimore. Meade County has brought this game now to within 3 at 20-17. Renfro. Back to Snyder, who's back into the game. She's double teamed. Throws it down to Kuiper, who's wide open off the right side. The layup is good. As it was tipped a little bit by Meade County, but not enough to have the ball taken away. Lady Cougars have the lead back to 5. Bradley, catch and shoot 3 off the screen is good. Peyton Bradley knocks it down, and this is the last thing Grayson County needs, is to have Meade County heat up from 3. Snyder falls down in the backcourt, but it is because she is fouled by Meade County's Annabelle Babb. That is her first and the team's 9th. So Snyder will go back to the free throw line where she is 0 of 3 tonight. Renfro will take a seat. Riggs will come in for her. So you've got Dennis, Snyder, Cave, Kuiper, Riggs. Rachel's got 12 points tonight. She will shoot 1 in the bonus. The first one is up and no good. Rebounded by Meade County. Outlet pass off down near to the near side to Bradley. 8th grader just hit a 3 just a second ago. They know they can shoot it with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play. She gets around Kuiper. Down the right side, the layup is good. Bradley took it straight to the hole. She's taken over in this one. We're all tied up here at 22 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the second quarter. Snyder in the backcourt, cross court off to Riggs. Lady Cougars got to break the press, and that's a 10-second count. And Meade County's going to get the ball back. 3:17 to play in the second quarter. 22 all between Grayson County and Meade County. The Lady Cougars led at 1 point 20-10. It's a 10-2 run, or a 12-2 run for the Lady Waves. Free throw line, outside Bradley. 3, right side, no good. Rebounded by Rachel Snyder. She's double teamed, and she's got to find help, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Gallimore. For Gallimore, that's her second, team's 10th. Snyder will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, where she struggled tonight, 0 of 4. Rachel Snyder, she had her 500th career rebound earlier this season, and also passed her sister Bailey on the all-time scoring list. For Grayson County, her first free throw is up and can't get it to fall. 0 of 5 from the free throw line now is Rachel Snyder. As a team, the Lady Cougars are 2 of 8. Second free throw is up and good. Sometimes you just need to see one go through the bottom of the net to get your free throw stroke back in. Snyder will check out. Checking in for her was Robinson. Also checking in Micah Lee. She'll come in for Reagan Cade. 23-22. Grayson County leads this one. 3:03 to play in the first quarter. In the backcourt, Meade County with the ball. A little full court press coming out here for Grayson County. Going quick down the left side is Clanton. She's double teamed on that left block, and a foul is going to be called from behind on Grayson County. It's going to be whistled on Brianna Dennis. For Dennis, that is going to be her first, team's 7th. So to the line will be Maddie Clanton. 47.7% from the line last season. One in the bonus. She's going to get the bonus as she makes the first one. 2:52 to play in the second quarter. Meade County looking for their first lead in this game. She spins it out, letting it fly, and it is no good. Rebound is on the floor, bouncing around, and it is going to be a jump ball. Possession will go towards Grayson County, I believe. It will be Grayson County basketball. Into the game for the Lady Cougars, Corey Milam. She'll check in for Micah Lee. Also into the game, Rachel Snyder. She'll check back in. Got to give Rachel a lot of props here. She's played with 2 fouls the majority of this game. Another sub, Reagan Cave, will check in. She'll come in for Brianna Dennis. So you've got Cave, Snyder, Milam, Riggs, Kuiper on the floor for Grayson County. Ted Hill going with a lot of different lineups in this one. Kuiper, outlet pass is knocked out of bounds by Meade County. Lady Cougars going to have to pass this one in from near the half-court line. And it'll be Cave to pass it in. 23 all, 2:44 to play in the second quarter. Kuiper, cross-court down here to the near side to Riggs. Riggs over to Kuiper, who breaks the timeline on the far side. She has a pass stolen away by Meade County. Here come the Lady Waves, pushing down the right side. Jump pass off to Bradley. Open right wing 3 is good. Peyton Bradley knocks down the open 3. Ted Hill going to take a timeout. 26-23, the Meade County lead, with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to play in this first half. Try to take this time to run down some scores from around the region. As a reminder, a game has been added to tomorrow night's schedule. The Cougar basketball team will travel to Bullitt East. That'll be a 7 o'clock Central Time tip-off. You'll be able to listen on K105 and watch on K105 Digital Productions. Final score in boys basketball, Breck County in overtime defeats Nelson County 72-67. See here, looks like in girls basketball, in fact, the Lady Cougars' next opponent, Taylor County, loses to Assumption tonight by a final score of 60-36. Our friends down in Graves County, they lead CCA 57-39 at the end of the third quarter. Other scores to bring you in girls basketball, Bardstown on top of Central Hardin 29-18. That score is at the half. And that appears to be really all of the final scores in boys basketball. Clinton County on top of Monroe County at the half in the All-A Classic, 32-31. Some big Grayson County news, though, came out yesterday. Well, I guess it's indirectly Grayson County news, as former Cougar football head coach Ed Smart was named the head coach at Edmonson County. He spent 16 seasons as at the helm of the Grayson County Cougar football program, finishing with a record of 84-94. He's now going down to coach the Cougars' arch rival. As in fact, I believe that the Cougars and Wildcats open up the season against one another in August. Out of the timeout, Snyder passes off to a wide open Cave off the right side, who hands it off to Kuiper. Kuiper's trapped in that far corner. She's got to find help, finds it with Cave. Cave is now trapped, and they throw it off of Meade County player. Out of bounds possession will stay with the Lady Cougars. 2:14 to play in the second quarter. Grayson County trailing this one 26-23. They led it 20-10 at one point. Meade County has fought back into this one as they've heated up from beyond the arc. Kuiper to pass in, slaps the ball, scans and throws it out front and now to Snyder. Snyder has 13 points to lead all scorers. Left wing to Cave. Cave out to Riggs. Riggs off in between the circles to Kuiper, the sophomore. Off to the left wing to Riggs. Riggs now dribbling it with the right hand. Tries to find someone to pass it to and does on the right wing to Kuiper, who gives it right back to Riggs. Riggs back outside to Kuiper. 1:54 to play in the second quarter. Lady Cougs trail by 3. Snyder off the left side. Handoff pass to Milam. Back to Kuiper. The defensive pressure is picked up for Meade County. Driving in at the right elbow is Riggs. She'll do a handoff pass now to Snyder. Snyder drives down at the free throw line. She has a reach-in foul on Bradley, and that's a good call, I think, by the official. She did reach in before she got the ball. And for Bradley, that is her second. And team's 10+. So to the line will be Rachel Snyder. She will shoot 2. One of 6 from the line tonight is Snyder. First free throw is up. No good off the front of the iron. Bradley will check out for the Lady Waves. Checking in for her is Paige Medley. Second free throw is up and good. Rattles home. Addie Bradshaw will check into the game for Grayson County. In fact, she got her first career start in the loss to Owensboro on Tuesday. 26-24. Grayson County has brought it back to within 2 here after leaving by as much as 11. Breaking the press and weaving all the way down off to the left side. And now back out front. Down the right side goes Clanton. The layup is no good. Bradshaw with the athletic rebound and finds it with Cave. Annie Bradshaw, that's her 7th rebound. Outlet pass down to Kuiper off the left side. She gets around a defender. And a foul is called on the drive on Meade County. And it's called on Paige Medley. That is her first. Again, 10+. So Kuiper to the free throw line. She's 0 of 1 tonight. She's got 5 points. They need her to knock these down. First free throw is up and good. Aiden Kuiper. Sub in, checking into the game here for Meade County is Sage Crawley. She checks in for Myers. Crawley appeared, had 2 points. And Meade's lost to Apollo. Kuiper misses the second free throw. Cave with a rebound for Grayson County. She throws the ball away. It's gained back, though, by Robinson. Robinson outside to Cave. Cave off to Kuiper. Kuiper on the left wing. And Grayson County's going to set it up here. 1:10 to play in the second quarter. It's a 1-point Meade County lead at 26-25. Left wing Cave with the ball. In between the circles, she drives it over to the right side, looking for help, and finds it with Bradshaw on the right side. Addie Bradshaw still looking for her first varsity career points. She finds it with Kuiper. Over now to Riggs off the left wing. Riggs has Robinson open on the post if she wants to get it to her. Instead to Kuiper, who will give it to Robinson. Robinson back outside Riggs. Catch and shoot 3 straight away. No good. Long rebound in the corner is Meade County. I thought she stepped on the baseline, but she did not, says the official. Outlet pass. Off now, 18 feet left side is an air ball. Rebound, catch and shoot, no good by Meade County. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson pushing out for the Lady Cougars. 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. She has it knocked out of bounds by Meade County. Possession will stay with Grayson County. 26.4 seconds to play in the second quarter. Meade County leading this one 26-25. Good game here tonight between these two third region foes. Riggs has got to break the timeline, gives it to Kuiper. Kuiper breaks just ahead of the 10-second count. To Riggs. Riggs back outside to Kuiper with 14 seconds. Down inside to Robinson. Stolen away on the interior pass by Meade County. And a foul is whistled underneath. Reagan Cave wrapped up Sage Crawley. And free throws will come here. It'll be the 8th foul on Grayson County for Cave. That is her second. So shooting one in the bonus will be Sage Crawley, the 5'8" sophomore, again 2 points this season. Snyder will check in. First free throw is up, no good. Rebound, athletically ripped down by Robinson. Lady Cougars with 7 seconds. They got to get something now to Cave with 5 seconds. Cave throws it like a baseball player to Kuiper down the near side. The layup is no good at the buzzer. Meade County has a 1 point, 26-25 lead here at the half. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars have a 26-25 lead here at the half. Rachel Snyder, 14 points, 10 rebounds to lead all scorers. She's been the difference in this game, but when you look at it again, Grayson County makes their free throws, and they're up in this one. We'll jump into halftime break, run down scores from around the region and the scoring from this game, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Meade County leading Grayson County 26-25 here at the half. Really a good first half. And this one, Grayson County dominated the first quarter. Meade County dominated the second quarter. So the question is who's going to take down the third and fourth? Who's going to win this basketball game? See if we can't find some scores from around the region to bring you. Final score in the All-A Classic, Clinton County defeating Monroe County in boys basketball 77-54. Girls basketball at the end of 3, Bardstown all over Central Hardin 41-25. Other scores see to bring you right now. Graves County, final score in boys basketball defeats CCA 78-59. Final score again in boys basketball, Breck County defeating Nelson County 72-67 in overtime. Other than that, that's really all of the scores that we have to bring you right now. Obviously not a lot. Here's one here. I believe this is in boys basketball. Christian Academy of Louisville leads Louisville Trinity 54-52 at the end of the third quarter. And Lady Cougars' next opponent lose to Assumption tonight 60-36. That is a final score of that one. Take a break, run down the scoring from this game. Lady Cougars trail by 1, 26-25. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. The anxiety can be overwhelming. If you're feeling extra worried, you're not alone. You can still contact a mental health professional. They're ready to help you get through this. And remember, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Anytime they're playing music downstairs, it's loud. I go downstairs, see what they're doing, see what music they're doing, see what they're dancing to. I go play piano downstairs, they come get involved. Leah has a drum set beside it, banging that. Any music, that's what they do.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County trails this one 26-25 at the half. Sam Gormley with you tonight, as it is Meade County actually returning to the floor right now. Lady Cougars still in at the half. The scoring from this game, first for Meade County, leading scorer is the 8th grader Peyton Bradley. She's got 11 points. Jenna Gallamore's got 6. 3 points apiece from Aubrey Hardesty and Emily Myers. You got 2 points from Molly Abersold and 1 point from Maddie Clanton. For Grayson County, the leading scorer is Rachel Snyder. She's got 14 points. Annie Kuiper had 6. 3 from Marissa Riggs, 2 from Sydney Perkins. The difference in this game for Grayson County is free throws. They've made 5 free throws. And let's see if I can count up the misses right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're 5 of 13 from the free throw line in the first half, if I can do math correctly, which at this time of night you can never account for. So when you miss 8 free throws and you're down by 1 against a good team, I think there's a lot to like if you're Ted Hill at the half. Obviously, you make half of those free throws and you got yourself a 1-possession lead here at the half. But you got to take what you were doing well, especially in that first quarter where Rachel Snyder was dominating. Rachel had 10 in that first quarter of action, only 4 in the second quarter. You got to take advantage of opportunities when you give them, and I think Rachel is going to have to take over in the second half of Grayson County's going to want to take down a good Meade County team. Meade County was unranked in the Cat's Paws preseason poll, but the Lexington Herald Leader had them ranked in their preseason poll 5th. So it'd be a good chance for Grayson County to take down a good team here tonight. We'll take a break. The second half is next. Lady Cougars trail 26-25. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Start of the second half of action, 26-25. Meade County leading this one over Grayson County. They will start the half with the ball. Rachel Snyder, 14 points to lead all scorers. She also had 10 rebounds, so already a double-double in the first half for Grayson County. She told us before the season her one goal for your individual was to average a double-double. She's doing that so far, and she's adding to that here tonight. Out of the timeout, Meade County with the ball. Down the right side, Bradley picks up her dribble. She's got to find help. No one's coming to her to find it. Kuiper with nice defense. Down to Griffin off the right side. The basket's no good. Rebounded by Rachel Snyder for Grayson County. Outlet pass off to Cave. Cave back here to Riggs, who picks up her dribble. Back here to Cave, who breaks the timeline. Cave straight away. She jumps a pass down to Robinson over the far side. Kuiper fakes the pass, drives down the left side, passes out to Robinson. Robinson now to Cave off the right side. Cave, handoff pass to Snyder. 40 seconds into the third quarter. Passing down and a walk is called straight away as Snyder was driving in on Hardesty, but ends up walking with it in possession. Will go right back here towards Meade County. 26-25, Lady Waves on top of this one. Lady Cougars had the 18-10 lead at the end of one, but Meade County stormed back to take this 1-point lead here at the half. And a official timeout is called here by one of the officials. Looks like a Meade County player needed to tie his shoes. Needed to tie her shoes underneath as it is Hardesty. So we come back in here as it'll be passed in by Gallimore. Lady Cougars come out in a man-to-man defense to start off with 7:10 to play in the third quarter. They lead 26-25 over Grayson County. Bradley off the right wing, passes out to the far side. Clayton, three is no good and hits off the top of the backboard. No whistle. Griffin gets the rebound. The putback's no good. This rebound is taken by Cave. Cave gives it off to Riggs. Riggs pushing up the near side of the floor. She breaks the timeline, quickly double team, finds Kuiper on the right side. Zone defense for Meade County out of the timeout. Lady Cougars working from left to right on your radio dial. Kuiper gets the screen from Snyder, gives it back to Snyder, drives down the right side, passes off near side three by Riggs is good! Riggs knocks down the three from the near side. She's got 6 points, and Grayson County has retaken the lead at 28-26. 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Straight away with the ball, it is Gallimore, the senior, the West Florida commit, Division II school. Won a lot of conference championships. They won 19 in their conference. Gallimore's got the ball. She's the leading returning scorer, 12.5 points a game. She drives down the left side, passes off to Griffin, who does a jump pass outside, 18 feet, or two-pointer, 18 feet right side is no good. Rebounded by Grayson County. Riggs comes in, fires a pass off to Kuiper, who's triple team. Back to Riggs. Riggs outlet pass off to the left wing to Robinson, who gives it to Cave. Cave tried to pass it to Snyder, but Snyder wasn't there. It's taken away by Hardesty. Here comes Meade County pushing. Right up the middle comes Bradley. Down to the right block to Griffin. It's off her hands. Saved in bounds by Grayson County, and it's Riggs who comes down with it. Riggs gets a screen from Robinson and will break the timeline right up the middle. Riggs on the left side, passes over to the far side to Kuiper, who gets around Bradley off the left side. The basket's no good, but a foul is going to be called underneath. Called on Meade County. It's called on Peyton Bradley. That's her third, team's first. So Annie Kuiper will go to the free throw line. She is 1 of 3 tonight. It's good to see her in the game, though. Kuiper left last Friday's game against Edmonson County after what appeared to be hurting her one of her ankles. It's good to see that she is okay. First free throw by Kuiper is no good, short. Second free throw coming from Kuiper here. She's got 6 points. Her career high is 10. She's going to try and get a little bit closer to that, and it does not. It rattles in and out. Kuiper misses both free throws, and here comes Meade County. Right side three by Bradley. Quickly moving is no good. Gallimore with a rebound on the left block. Passes over into no one, but running the ball down is Hardesty on the far side. Back out front here to the 8th grader, Bradley. Bradley down here to the near side. It is taken by Clanton. Clanton cross court, wide open Hardesty. She takes 18 feet right side, no good. Rebound is taken on the floor by Snyder, adding to that 10-point total she already has. Riggs, double teamed in the backcourt. She needs to find help and finds it with Snyder. Snyder, timeout taken here on the floor by Grayson County. 28-26, they've got the lead. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
28-26, Grayson County leading this one. 4:59 to play in the third quarter. Out of the timeout, they will have the ball. It will be passed in from underneath of their own basket. As I was looking for Bob Crawford, the official, trying to find him, and I thought it was going to be passed in front of the Meade County bench, and I looked there and he wasn't there, and instead he was behind the basket. They get it into Riggs, who gives it right back to Snyder. Snyder, an outlet pass to Cave, who has to run down underneath of it like a wide receiver. She gets it to Kuiper on the left side, passes off to Robinson off the right side, can't get it to fall. Rebound bouncing around, and Griffin comes down with it. Outlet pass over to Bradley on the far side. Bradley pushes off that right side to the near side to Gallimore. Gallimore spins around on Riggs, goes down the Euro step off the left side. Jenna Gallimore up to 8 points here, and we're all tied up here at 28. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Riggs double teamed in the backcourt, breaks it to Snyder. Snyder down to the right block to Robinson, takes one dribble off the right side, can't get it to fall, gets the rebound back. The putback's no good, gets it back again. The putback's no good. And the rebound out of bounds off of Meade County. Oh, no, they're going to say it's off of Grayson County, so Meade County is going to get the basketball. Ted Hill didn't seem to agree with it. Puts his hand on his head and walks away and shakes his head at his assistant coaches Alana Jones and Amber Hill. Robinson checks out. Checking in for her is Brianna Dennis, who got the start here earlier today. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the third quarter, all knotted up at 28. Bradley, handoff pass to Gallimore, who's working things in between the circles, over to Clanton. Lady Cougars in a man-to-man defense here with halfway through this third quarter. Gallimore in between the circles. Gets a screen from Griffin. Back to Griffin. Inside the free throw line. The bank is good. And Dee Griffin has her first basket of the game, and Meade County has the lead back at 30-28. Riggs has it nearly stripped. Passes down to Cave off the right side as it's stripped away, and it's run down on the floor. They're going to say it's out of bounds off of Rachel Snyder as she tried to wrap the ball up. But they're going to say that when she did that, she was laying out of bounds, so it will end up going towards Meade County basketball. Bradley Renfro checks in. Checking out for her will be, not sure who it was that checked out for her. But Renfro is into the game. Meade County, Myers has it. She's back in. And it is Bradley who will break the timeline. 3:33 to play in the third quarter. Meade County leads by 2. Three-pointer straight away is no good by Bradley. Dennis with an athletic rebound for the Lady Cougars, trying to find a guard and loops a pass off to Snyder at the timeline. Snyder at the free throw line, passes down to the right block to Kuiper, spins around, is blocked by Griffin, rebounded by Meade County. Outlet pass under to Gallimore. She runs down underneath it on the left block. The reverse layup is no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Grayson County. Possession goes towards and stays with Meade County. 30-28, 3:10 to play in the third quarter. Underneath the basket, Gallimore will pass in. She'll throw it into Bradley on the right elbow at the free throw line. Bradley picks up her dribble and walks with it. She jumped up, and I think she was looking to pass, and the issue is she had the ball still in her hand when she landed. 3:07 to play in the third quarter. I see a sub in for Meade County is Annabelle Babb. It's on the floor for Grayson County. You've got Riggs, Snyder, Kuiper, Renfro, and Dennis. It's Kuiper with the ball on the far side, passes to the middle to Snyder, over to the far side, Renfro. Renfro drives down, goes up with a shot. I'm not sure if that is a shot or a pass, but Dennis runs it down in the corner. Off to Riggs, thinks about the three, back out front to Renfro, swings it over to Kuiper. Left wing three is up, and it is no good. Can't get it to fall. Dennis with a rebound and puts it in off the right side. Brianna Dennis, a nice rebound, and we're all knotted up at 30 again with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. In between the circles, now down here to the near side. It's picked up by, that was Babb, who has a deep three, straight away is in and out. Long rebound, Renfro pulls it down in the corner. Picks up her dribble to Kuiper. Kuiper, length of the floor, pass to Riggs. Catch and shoot three, far side, no good off the back of the iron. Long rebound, Clanton for the Lady Waves. Here they come pushing right up the middle. Clanton guarded by Renfro. Man-to-man defense wide open on the right side. A three is no good. Rebound by Dennis. Dennis on the floor, loses it. And it is finally, she gets it back now underneath. And finally they're going to say the ball bounces off of Meade County. As that ball was bouncing around like crazy, I think everyone in the gym was expecting a jump ball. But instead, I guess it's off of Meade County somehow underneath of the basket. So Grayson County's going to get the basketball here, 30-30 with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Snyder to Kuiper. Kuiper gets around her defender down the near side. Jump pass to Dennis off the left side, blocked out of bounds by Gallimore. Nice block by Gallimore underneath of the basket. So Grayson County will have the basketball underneath of their own basket with 1:56 to play in the third quarter. Kuiper will get the ball from official Bob Crawford. She'll slap the basketball. She scans and throws it into Snyder off the left side. Got a screen from Dennis. The shot's no good. Dennis gets the rebound, loses it, and it's taken away by Gallimore. Hard screen underneath as Gallimore comes down 10 feet left side. No good. Rebounded by Dennis. Dennis gives an outlet pass off to Riggs, who saves it in bounds, and it's taken away by Meade County. Meade County down here to the near side. Gallimore, she steps on the out-of-bounds line. Possession will go right back here towards Grayson County. 30-all, 1:38 to play in the third quarter. Brianna Dennis giving some good minutes, rebounding underneath. Another sub checking in here for Grayson County. It'll be Sydney Perkins. Renfro will check out for her. You've got Snyder, Riggs, Kuiper, Perkins, and Dennis into the game here for Grayson County. Riggs picks up her dribble to Kuiper, into the middle to Snyder, who breaks the timeline, tries to fire a pass off to Perkins, who saves it in bounds, knocks it to Kuiper on the left front court. Off to the right wing, wide open three by Riggs is good! Riggs knocks down the three, and the Grayson County lead is back to three at 33-30 with 1 minute and 18 seconds to play in the third quarter. On the near side, right elbow shot by Meade County is missed, and a steps violation is called as Perkins came down with a rebound for Grayson County, and she walks with it. Possession will go right back here towards the Lady Waves. Myers will take a seat. I think it was Griffin that checked in for her. Now Reagan Cave will check in. Sydney Perkins will check out. 33-30, Lady Cougars lead with 1:12 to play in the third quarter. Off to the right side, Abersol. Out front to Bradley. Bradley down the left lane. Passes down here to the near side to Hardesty. She goes up with a shot. It's no good. Cave with a rebound. Outlet pass off to Riggs. Lady Cougars have numbers. Down to the left block to Snyder. The layup is good. Snyder in transition gives Grayson County the 35-30 lead under a minute to play in the third quarter. Right wing Abersol. Passes down to a wide open player on the right block. The shot is no good by Hardesty, but she is fouled underneath by Grayson County. Foul called on Riggs. That is her first and the team's first. So to the free throw line will be Abersol shooting will be Hardesty shooting 73.1% last season. But the first free throw is good. Hardesty was 73.1%, yes. She makes the first one. Perkins back into the game for Grayson County. Into the game for Meade County is Clanton. Also in Ella Robinson for Grayson County. Brianna Dennis checking out, and I'll tell you what, she gave 3 or 4 really, really good minutes there for Grayson County. This would be to make it a 3-point game. Spinning it in her hand is Hardesty. She lets it fly, and it is no good. Can't get the basket to fall. Robinson comes down with a rebound for Grayson County. Gives it to Snyder, who gives it right back to her. Ella looks for help and finds it with Rachel Snyder. Back to Ella, in between the circles, off to the left wing to Kuiper with 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. Down to Robinson, tries to pass it off to the left block, and Robinson can't run down underneath of it. And it'll go out of bounds. Possession will go towards Meade County. Sub in. Reagan Cave will check into the game for Grayson County. In for Meade County will be Jenna Gallimore. Perkins will check out for the Lady Cougars. 31.6 on the clock. Grayson County leading 35-31 here in this third quarter of play. Breaking the timeline is Meade County with 25 seconds and counting. Left wing Gallimore. Quickly double teamed as his own defense. Jump pass down to Bradley, Griffin, who's wide open off the left block. And Griffin gets her fourth point of the game. Grayson County, it's now a 2-point lead. Snyder breaking the timeline. She'll drive it down that left side. Spin move off to Robinson on the far side with 8 seconds. Out front to Kuiper. Kuiper back down to Snyder. Snyder off the left side. The basket is no good. Rebounded by Meade County. And a foul is going to be whistled underneath of the basket with 0.7 on the clock. Called on Rachel Snyder. That is her third and the team's second. So 0.7 on the clock. Meade County is going to have to catch and shoot. They will throw it in. It's not touched until the half-court line. The shot is up and no good off to the left. Lady Cougars lead by 2, 35-33 at the end of 3. Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Grayson County leading this one 35-33 at the start of the fourth quarter. It's been an excellent basketball game. So I know that there were some worries coming into this one. Meade County, one of the favorites in this region. Grayson County entering the game with an 0-4 record. They needed this. Lady Cougars will get the ball out of the timeout. They lead by 2. Again, working from left to right on your radio dial. They're 8 minutes away from the first win of the season, and probably the biggest one. I mean, against a really good team, too, and impressive. Kuiper picks up her dribble as she breaks the timeline over to Riggs. Riggs over to the far side to Cave. Cave back outside to Riggs. Riggs with the right hand to the near side to Kuiper, who has it on the near front court. Kuiper over to the far side, now spins it around back here to the near side, gets a screen from Snyder, passes down here to the near side to Riggs. Riggs to the right block to Snyder, gets around her defender, off the left side, the basket's no good, but she is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Foul called on Reagan Cave, foul called on 23, Gallimore, wrong team, right number. That'll be the team's second. Snyder to the line to shoot 2. She has 16 points tonight, but struggled from the free throw line. But hits that one, nothing but net. Second free throw is no good. Long rebound, bouncing around, and Cave comes down with it. Out front to Kuiper, who has it straight away. She probably should have shot the 3, but doesn't. She's chased by the Meade County defender. Handoff pass to Riggs. Riggs gets around down the right side, passes down to Cave, and it's off her hand and out of bounds. Possession goes back here towards Meade County. 36-33, Grayson County with a lead here. Meade County, it is Gallimore. guarded by Riggs. Passes down to, it's stolen away here as they tried to get it in to a player down, and Snyder coast to coast off the left side. The basket is good. Here comes Meade County trying to find an answer. Off to the left side, Hardesty. Quickly double team, bouncing off of the players. Gallimore out front to Hardesty, guarded by Cade. And they will give it off now to the sophomore point guard, Maddie Clanton. Clanton down to the left wing. 6:30 to play in tonight's game. Grayson County's lead is 5 at 38-33. To the right elbow, it is Griffin with the ball, guarded by Cade. Out front to, it is a pass over to the far side. Step back by Bradley, right side, no good. Rebound Snyder. Outlet pass off to Cade, or to Kuiper. Kuiper down the left side, picks up her dribble on the left wing, and passes to the free throw line to Snyder, who catches it. Outside now to Riggs, and Riggs is going to try and set things up. Immediately chased by Meade County. Riggs just spinning it around, picks up her dribble out front now to Snyder. Snyder gets a screen from Riggs and Robinson. 3 straight away is no good. Rebound is pulled down here by Clanton. Clanton up the far side, quickly pushing down the right lane, off to the left block, wide open layup is good by Hardesty. 38-35, Grayson County with a lead, and a foul is called down the far side with 5 minutes and 42 seconds to play in tonight's game as it's whistled on Peyton Bradley. That is her 4th and the team's 3rd. That is a big foul in this game. Bradley has 11 points. Didn't score in the 3rd quarter because she was dealing with those fouls. As it is Riggs down here to the near side to Kuiper. Kuiper cross court to Snyder. Left side, she drives down, tries to get an interior pass into Robinson. It bounces around, and finally Meade County comes down with it. Pushing down the far side, Clanton on the right wing, thinks about the 3, and instead is going to set up the offense. Gets the play call from Dina Hackert. To the right elbow, it is Griffin, who almost has it stripped away. 10 feet right side, no good. Rebound is taken here by Grayson County. Cade loops a pass down to Riggs. Riggs on the right side, and she smartly slows things down and just waits for her teammates for help. Robinson gets a screen. Back outside to Robinson. Swings it over to the far side, Kuiper. 5 minutes to play in tonight's game. Grayson County leads by 3. Kuiper straight away with the ball, guarded by Hardesty. Near side, Riggs. Gets away with a little bit of a push off to the free throw line. Robinson over to the far side. Cave, 3, left side, good! Reagan Cave knocks down the 3. She had 3 of them against Owensboro on Tuesday night. Grayson County 41-35. Immediately pushing down is Gallimore. She drives in, and on the drive is fouled by Grayson County. Robinson picks up the foul. That is her 2nd, team's 3rd, and they're going to say it's on the floor. So Meade County will get the basketball here to pass underneath. Clanton. Out front to Gallimore, who has it on the right wing. Gets a screen, wide open 3, straight away, no good. Rebounded by Kuiper for Grayson County. Passes down here to the near side to Cave. Cave over to the far side, Kuiper. Lady Cougars got to break the timeline, and they do to Cave, who's like a wide receiver running down underneath of it. Cave spins it around, and handoff pass now to Kuiper. 4:20 to play in tonight's game. Grayson County leads by 6. Kuiper on the right wing. Got to set things up here in between the circles. Fakes the handoff pass to Cave. Drives down the left side. Goes on the baseline. Passes off to Robinson. The shot is short. Gets the rebound back. The shot is good. Robinson with a putback. Gets her name into the scorebook in Grayson County. 43-35. Timeout on the floor taken by Meade County. Grayson County leading 43-35. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net. 3:57 to play in tonight's game. It's Grayson County 43, Meade County 35. A full timeout taken on the floor by the Lady Waves of Meade County. And Grayson County is, they're playing by far their best game of the season so far tonight. They entered tonight's game with a record of
0-4, and really, we're not competitive in any of the games, as it was dominated by their opponents each and every time. As they're scoring, running down this one, as you had them losing to Cal by 18, losing to Edmondson by 24, losing by 35 to Breck, and losing by 19 to Owensboro. So Owensboro was their closest game, Cal was their closest game by 18 points. They have an 8-point lead here with 4 minutes to play in tonight's game. Kuiper nearly gets the steal on the inbounds pass. Bradley back into the game here, the 8th grader. She picks up her dribble on the left wing, passes out front to Gallimore. Gallimore, the senior, handoff pass to Bradley, the 8th grader. Going back and forth. Guarded by Kuiper, gets a screen. Right wing three by Bradley is off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound by Gallimore off the left side. The shot is no good. Snyder with a rebound for Grayson County. She's double teamed, throws it off of Meade County, and possession will go towards Grayson County. 3 minutes, 34 seconds to play in tonight's game. 43-35. Grayson County with a lead in this one. Trying to snap the 4-game losing streak. Cross-court pass to Riggs. Nearly has it taken away. To the middle to Snyder. Back here to the near side to Kuiper, who breaks the timeline. Kuiper here to the near side. Cave. 3 is in and out. Rebound is on the floor. Myers loses it to Cave. To the free throw line to Kuiper. Kuiper trying to find help and finds it straight away with Riggs. Riggs on the right side, guarded by Gallimore. Gallimore immediately bodying her up. Out front now to Kuiper. Kuiper guarded here, and a foul is whistled now as Annie Kuiper is fouled. A reach is called on Annabelle Babb. That is her second and the team's 4th. Sub coming in here for Meade County is it'll be Maddie Clanton. We'll check in. And checking out for Clanton is Hardesty. Grayson County's players on the floor. You've got Snyder, Robinson, Riggs, Kuiper, and Cave. Right elbow Snyder gets it out on the inbounds pass to the free throw line. Inside to the left block to Robinson, who finishes off the left side. Grayson County's lead is 10, 45-35. Weaving through down the right side. It is Bradley, guarded by Cave. She'll step back 3, no good, short. Rebound on the floor taken by Myers. Back out to Bradley. 3 right side, that one's good. Peyton Bradley knocks down the 3. Timeout on the floor taken by Meade County. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Grayson County has the 45-38 lead. This has been a great game here tonight, as this is WKHG Litchfield, K105, and also live on K105 Digital Productions. In fact, the Meade County boys will be making the trip here to the Cougar Den coming up here. Let's see if my memory's right, February 2nd, or is it the 1st? It is February 2nd at home. That will be a 7 o'clock Central Time tip. So for those of you Meade County fans that might be joining us here on K105 Digital Productions tonight, that'll be an 8 p.m. Eastern Time start. So we will have all of the action right here on K105 Digital Productions. I believe the radio coverage from that game will be on our sister station, 103.9 The Moose, though, for that one, because I believe that will be a Kentucky game that night. Typically the Cats play on Tuesdays. Grayson County 45, Meade County 38. It's been Rachel Snyder tonight who's leading the way for the Lady Cougars. She's got 19 points, looking to get into 20. Her career high is 25, which came on the first game of last season against the Lady Bulldogs of John Harden. She had 23 against Christian Academy of Louisville to open up the season. Snyder will pass into Riggs. Riggs cross-court over to Kuiper. Kuiper back down here to Robinson, who runs down underneath of it to Cave off the left side. The layup is no good. Robinson with the rebound. The putback is good. Robinson has 6 points in the quarter. Grayson County's lead is back to 9. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. In between the circles, Clanton with the ball. Grayson County in a quarter-court defense now. They're letting Meade County do what they want to set things up. Down to Griffin off the right side. The layup's no good. Griffin gets the rebound back. And on the rebound, I believe a foul is going to be called. I think it's going to be on Snyder. It is. That is her 4th. Team's 4th here of the second half of action. 47-38. Grayson County leads by 9 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play tonight's game. Clanton will pass in from underneath of the basket. Over to the far side, Hardesty. Hardesty out front to Bradley. Deep 3, straight away, no good. Rebounded by Robinson for Grayson County. Robinson cross-court pass to Snyder. Snyder weaving through the Meade County defense. Has it poked away. She gains it back. Grayson County's got to break the timeline. Snyder does just ahead of the 10-second clock. She has it on the left wing, double-teamed to Kuiper in the middle. Kuiper here with 2 minutes to play. Grayson County leading by 9. Trying to upset Meade County tonight here at the Cougar Den. Down here to the right wing to Riggs. Riggs gets a screen from Kuiper, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Meade County. It's whistled on Maddie Clanton. That is her first, team's 5th. Grayson County struggled from the charity stripe tonight. Something they're going to have to make to win this one. Cave gets it on the inbounds pass. She's triple teamed, loops the pass over to the far side to Riggs, who runs down underneath of it. Riggs guarded by Gallimore. Out front to Kuiper. Kuiper, reach-in foul is going to be whistled on Clanton. That is her second, team 6th. So Lady Cougars going to shoot free throws for the remainder of this game. Sub in will be Myers from Meade County. And out for her will be D. Griffin. Lady Cougars have shut her down tonight. Griffin, only 4 points. She had 16 and 7 against them in the game last year. Cave to pass in, throws it into Robinson, who has it at the half-court line. To Cave, back now to Riggs. Riggs in between the circles at the logo with a minute and a half to play. Grayson County 47, Meade County 38. A timeout. Is it a timeout or a foul? It is a foul whistled on Meade County, called on Clanton. That is her third, team 7th. Kuiper to the free throw line. She will shoot 1 and the bonus. She is 1 of 5 from the line here tonight. 2 of the biggest free throws of the season for her on this young year. Game 5 for Grayson County. The first free throw, no good, off the back of the iron, rebound by Meade County. Pushing immediately, Clanton down, coast to coast off the right side, gets the layup to fall. An easy layup for Clanton. And a timeout on the floor taken by Meade County. Will take it with her. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Out of the timeout, it'll be Grayson County ball. They lead 47-40, 1:17 to play in tonight's game. Grayson County has 2 timeouts remaining. They will shoot the bonus with this one. Is there 17 fouls on Meade County? Grayson County has 14 fouls. Snyder to pass in to Robinson. Robinson over to Riggs. Riggs back here to the middle to Snyder. Snyder off to Kuiper. Kuiper is going to be immediately fouled by Meade County. And to the free throw line will be Annie Kuiper. That'll be Clanton. That is her 4th, team's 8th. Kuiper back to the line. Lady Cougars have struggled with a capital S from the free throw line tonight. Kuiper 1 of 7. She entered tonight 2 of 9 from the free throw line. It's good to see Annie back on the floor here today. First free throw is up, and she'll get the second. Big free throw for Annie Kuiper. She's got 7 points tonight coming back from the injury. She's played just about every minute of this game, too. 3 dribbles for Kuiper. The second one is good. Annie Kuiper makes them both. Grayson County 49, Meade County 40, 1:10 to play. Bradley with the ball, thinks about the 3. Off to the left side to Clanton. Cross court to Myers. She'll think about the 3. Handoff pass now to Bradley. Bradley, right wing. She gives it down to the far side. Shot 10 feet right side is an air ball by Hardesty. Rebounded by Cave. She's double teamed under the basket and throws it off of Myers. Possession will stay with Grayson County. 54.7 seconds on the clock. Grayson County 49, Meade County 40. To Snyder. Snyder cross court to Riggs. Riggs back here to Snyder. Snyder's got to break the timeline to Cave. They got to break it, and they do. No, stolen away by Meade County as it's taken by Abersold. Down here to the near side, Clanton, who breaks it back towards the middle. Far side, Hardesty, no look pass outside to Babb. Babb out front to Clanton, who drives down back out to Babb. Babb is a 30% three-point shooter. Meade County is just wasting time, under 30 seconds to play, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Lady Waves. They just wasted about 30 seconds of clock and didn't take a shot. 25.7 seconds to play. Grayson County leading this one 49-40. The Lady Cougars now can try and just ice this one away. They were playing great defense. As Grayson County, we want to remind you that tomorrow night the Cougar boys will be in action at Bullitt East. As official start time for that game will be 7 o'clock Central Time. As we'll have the coverage right here on K105 and also live on K105 Digital Productions. $49-40 is the Grayson County lead here. 25.7 seconds to play in this one. And Meade County will have the ball. Opposite of the benches, Gallimore. Out front now to Clanton. Clanton back out to Myers. Three straight away is off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound bouncing around, and it is Meade County that's got it. Off to Grayson County, who comes down with it. Snyder runs down to Cave. Cave back outside now to Snyder. Snyder over to Riggs. Grayson County is going to get their first win of the season and take down Meade County. An upset at the Cougar Den tonight, 49-40. Grayson County wins this one, picking up the first win of the season. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally. The same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's a great day to be a Lady Cougar. They defeat Meade County tonight by a final score of 49-40 to pick up their first win of the regular season. And I think when you talk to Coach Hill, we'll talk to him in a few minutes here. I'm sure that, and I remember talking to him at the end of last season where things started to go south just a little bit. I know they had lost something. In fact, I can pull up that schedule for the last. They lost, 6 in a row before beating. No, that's from 2 years ago. So that's they lost some games in a row before a win over. But they had lost 4 in a row before a win over Butler County in the 12th district tournament. And I remember asking him after that game something along the lines of, "Have you ever had a win feel this good?" And you know what? I think that his answer would be probably not until tonight. This has got to be a better feeling here in winning this one by a final score of 49-40. Rachel Snyder, 19 points, 13 rebounds, and the win. She was dominant in the first quarter that helped the Lady Cougars set the stage in this one and pick up a huge region win. You know, I heard Rick Stansbury when I was down at Western Kentucky. He would always say that the most important game of the season. Do you know which one the most important game of the season? He always asked the media members, and we'd always have to say his typical line, which was the next one. And that's kind of the thing that Grayson County came in here tonight. This was the most important game on the schedule because it is the next one. They can't look ahead to Taylor County on Monday or Davis County on Tuesday, Whitesville Trinity next week. They had to keep their heads on this one and continue to fight, and they come out with a 49-40 victory here tonight. Coming up in our fifth quarter show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Ted Hill, run down scoring from around the region and the scores from this game. In fact, it sounds like Coach Hill will be next. So we'll talk to him, get his thoughts on a big W. It's Lady Cougs win 49-40. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Grayson County Lady Cougars are 49-40 victors over Meade County. I'm joined now by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Coach Ted Hill. And Coach, I remember at the end of last season, we were sitting actually down there a little bit. It was a win over Butler County that snapped a 4-game losing streak. And I think I asked you, has a win ever felt better? At that point, you said, oh, I don't know about that. Now I can ask you that again. Has a win ever felt better than this one right now to get the monkey off the back?
I can honestly say it hasn't. If anyone in the third region needed a win, it was us against a quality opponent. I mean, they're really good, and she does a great job coaching them. And I'm sure, they had Apollo down 16 like we talked before, 14. I would say from looking at our scores, even though she can warn them and all that, kids look at scores and go, that's not going to be a problem, And our kids just played our guts out tonight, and so proud of them, and couldn't ask for come against a better opponent. They got to turn around and play Hancock tomorrow night, big district game for them. But
it was good. I mean, we learned that at the end of last season. They got the little guards who can shoot like crazy.
But I can tell you the difference in this game was Annie Copper. Now, she may not have, how many points she had?
8 points.
She had 8 points, but she probably created 30, by either her defense. You talked about her defense before the game. But she gets the ball to the right spots. She can make no-look passes. Her energy and positive attitude, which is an improvement for her. Last year, Annie sometimes struggled mentally with the pressure of a high school game, she would get upset. She has composure now. What a year will do for her, and I love that kid. And she practiced yesterday for about 30 minutes, and she just did some ball handling, cone dribbling, and all that, and that's all she did.
And played just about every minute of this game?
Yeah.
You checked her in, halfway through the first quarter, something like
probably,
that?
Probably, yeah.
And did she come out?
No, she didn't.
Yeah. But I think tonight you learn that, I guess, the importance of her. And is this kind of one of those things that your team now can see the difference between what she can do and her energy level and her defensive effort can do when she's in there, and hope that can start to rub off when they can learn what it's like when she's not there and when you don't play that way and losing. I mean, your closest game prior to tonight was an 18-point loss to Cal, which I know, like we had said, was probably about a 10-point game, but still was a
with
loss.
Annie.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. The kids feed off of Annie's energy and Rachel's energy. I thought Ella brought more energy tonight.
Six
Arissa,
in the fourth quarter, yeah.
I don't know how many points. Arissa had 9 points, but let me tell you something, man. She got down and guarded, and I'm proud of her defensive effort. She's coming along defensively. And, of course, Annie had the other one, or Briley, 20 and 23. And so, we got in there and dug, and I thought Reagan only scored 3 points, but, man, it was a big one.
Yeah, she had a big
drained the three over there in that corner, and really good stuff. I thought Brianna Dennis, I thought she played well.
Yeah, she had that stretch, was it the third quarter, where she had about 4 or 5 rebounds, it felt like. And I know she had 1 or 2 that were knocked away from her as well. I know that she's kind of one of those players that's exactly what her role is on the team, is to come in and give you 3 or 4 minutes and get every darn rebound that comes off that rim.
She has a knack for rebounding. The ball just finds her. And she will block out and go as hard as she can go. I took her out that one time because she was winded. She was playing so hard. So I'm proud of Bree and just proud of all of them. I mean, be honest with you, I would say 98% of the people that understand this basketball team have probably jumped ship. About like UK fans, but they've jumped ship. And I told them yesterday, I said, I believe in you. And went on about that. And a lot of people give up on us. A lot of people looking at our scores at other teams and saying, well, they're down, it's going to be easy, and it's not going to be. We're going to fight back. We got tough kids.
You look ahead to next week, and you got a chance to make some more statements. You got another district game against Whitesville Trinity, 1 week from tomorrow. Obviously, you know what they know what you do. You know what they do.
Sure.
Morrison all, and then you've got Davis County, and then you got Taylor County. And I know that's kind of what I want to talk about here is we did not do the game at Taylor County, but if I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that game I think really kind of got on your nerves, I think, because you felt like you should have won that game at Taylor County. The first Saturday of the season last year?
Something like that, yeah.
You've got a chance. It's a weird game, Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock. What do you want to see from your team? Taylor County lost to Assumption tonight. If my memory's right, 64-33, something
Yeah, but they're 4-1 going into it. They beat Edmondson earlier this week.
Yes.
And so, I mean, they're a good-looking team. Their best 2 players last year, I think, were a freshman and a sophomore, so sophomore, junior now. She'll run a 1-2-2, about like Meade was doing, 1-2-2, 3-quarter trap. press and all that good stuff. And Coach Vernon does a good job. Her husband is head men's coach at Campbellsville University. Known him all my life. But anyway, they're 4-1. It's Davis County on Tuesday, who's 3-0. Going, I don't know if they played tonight or not. It's not going to be easy, and no games are easy.
And then obviously you got Whitesville right after that, which is a district game, and obviously in district games.
Somebody on Saturday maybe?
LaRue.
LaRue
so you got
on
4
Saturday.
games next week.
And LaRue's undefeated.
Yes, sir.
So,
Davis plays at Owensboro tomorrow night.
Okay, that'd be a good game. Davis much improved, but Taylor County's a good-looking team, and it was an odd game up there. Like Rachel stayed in foul trouble and didn't get a whole lot done. But anyway, 4 games next week, and I think all 4 at home. So that gives us a shot.
Yes, it is.
That gives us a shot. If we get this type effort, we can play with anyone, And we've seen the ugly, and we're ready to go on. Love it. I had to leave in there to come talk to you. I was about to break down crying. I'm just so happy for these kids. It's been a tough start.
Well, Coach, I always love to hear the cheering, so you go back there, enjoy it. We appreciate you taking the time, and we'll see you Monday afternoon.
Yeah, we were celebrating in there, kind of like Edmondson did.
Yes, and I love to hear it.
Yeah, me too. I like it on our side.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Coach, we'll see you on Monday.
Yes, sir.
We'll have more here coming up after this.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are winners tonight against Meade County by a final score of 49-40. Take a quick look at some scores from around the region in the Boys All-A Classic at halftime. Metcalfe County on top of Glasgow, 37-34. Girls basketball, Graves County leads CCA 41-4 at the half. That is a correct score from our good friend Joe Jackson down in Mayfield. Final score in boys basketball, Ashland 77, Bardstown 62. That is a final score. And trying to see what other score times that we might be able to bring you. Lady Bruins of Central Hardin lose to Bardstown 57-34. Other than that, I don't see a lot more scores to bring you. The most important one of the night, though, Grayson County is a winner, 49-40 against Meade County. We'll tell you how they did it coming up. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig. the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Grayson County a 49-40 winner tonight against Meade County. Running down the scoring from this game for Meade County, it was Peyton Bradley. She led the way for them, 14 points, 8 for Jenna Gallimore, 6 for Aubrey Hardesty, 4 for Dee Griffin, 3 each for Maddie Clanton and for Emily Myers, 2 for Molly Abersole. For Grayson County, 19 points and 13 rebounds. Led the way for Rachel Snyder, 9 points from Marissa Riggs, 8 from Annie Kuiper, 6 for Ella Robinson, 3 for Reagan Cave, 2 each for Brianna Dennis and for Sydney Perkins. Lady Cougars will be back in action on Monday afternoon, a 3 p.m. start time against Taylor County. We'll have the call of that game right here on K105 and on K105 Digital Productions. But first, tomorrow the Cougar boys will be at Bullitt East, 7 o'clock Central Time throw-in. We'll have the coverage live from Mount Washington. It will be our first trip there as the Cougars and Chargers will match up. Chargers got the best of Grayson County last season, I think something like 12, 15 points, something along the lines of that. So Grayson County will try to bounce back, pick up another W against the Chargers tomorrow evening. Again, at 7 o'clock, so we'll start at 6:40 local time on K105 and also on K105 Digital Productions. That wraps up our coverage here tonight. On a night where Grayson County wins 49-40. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew here for tonight, your co-directors and co-camera operators, because they can do both, is Chase Blaine and Briley Napier. So tonight where the Lady Cougars pick up win number 1, proved a 1-4 on the season, 49-40. This is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.